Good morning, everyone. If you follow the channel, you know we're kind of new construction here, and I've been working on underpinning on the house and getting stuff situated. I've made it to there on underpinning. I'm gonna do a separate video on that. Today we got a cool little project. I'm gonna try something out. I didn't look at any plans. I'm gonna totally design and build this myself, and we're gonna see how it works. So we got a little cubby hole here that's covered. Well, when it rains, rain will blow in there on your shoes, because we've been setting our shoes on this shelf up there where rain gets on them. We're going to build like a cool little cabinet there. I'm trying to do it inexpensively as possible. So let's see what we can get laid out here. So to start with, I got some 2x4s I framed out. These are untreated because they're going to have treated fence pickets over it. So this is what we started with. Like I said, I'm kind of designing this as I go. It's going to be like a little shoe cabinet. And let's see what we can come up with. Alright, so I've cut these pieces off at 5 foot, and the other ones are to cut off, which will be around 3 foot. This don't have to be perfect, because it's just going to be a little outdoor shelf. Just to keep our shoes from getting wet, but we want it to look kind of decent. And I have no idea, it might just be trash once I get done building it, but we're going to try it out and see. Something to put some shoes on and keep them from getting soaked every time it rains is all I'm looking for. Would have been easier to nail this together, but I didn't feel like going to finding the nails and the nail gun and all that junk. So plus, like I said, this might be permanent, it might be temporary. It's going to depend on how it turns out. So I'll get over there and stay put. So, stay. Kind of using the deck to square everything up. I figured it's square enough. Alright, now we're going to need 4 more screws. Put this center bar in. I'm putting it 20 inches up so that it'll go over that plug in there like that one did. We'll get this one screwed in here. Oh, stay. Sit. So there's the front and the back of our storage box. So we'll have a door that opens up here. You can set boots. I got it sized perfectly for a pair of boots down here. So you can set boots along the bottom, boots on here. And I think what I'm going to do is, right now, I think I'm going to go cut 2 more. I'm going to measure this shelf out for boots. So you can have boots, boots, and then we'll have shoes, shoes. 2 rows of shoes, 2 rows of boots. Like I said, we're just kind of building this as we go. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to go from here to the back. And I already know what I'm using to close it in, so we're good on that. Alright, let's take a look at this thing. Alright, game plan is now to take some 2x6s I had laying out here and put them down the sides like so, just to give it that box appearance. And once I get all that squared up here in just a second, the shelving is going to be made out of fence pickets, the sides are going to be made out of fence pickets. And I'm doing that to leave little air gaps to where the shoes can breathe and they won't get all moldy smelling in there. Because these are mud boots, like I got on. That's what we're going to be storing here. Mud boots, Crocs, tennis shoes. Good to go. All right, let me see how I'm going to nail these in. I need to just kind of toenail them. Let me get everything lined up. And I'll try to turn y'all on, get it stood up, and then we'll put the sides and doors on it. Okay, so here's where we're at as of now. We built the frame a second ago. I didn't play this because this was just repetitive. I cut the boards 12, well actually they're like 13 inches long. Framed it in, I got everything boxed in. The top's just scabbed these up here for now because I'm building the door. I'll show you what the door's gonna look like here in just a second. I'm gonna hang the pickets up right here. Then after I just temporarily hang them here, like so. I'm going to go inside of here and frame it up with 2x4s, mount the hinges, take the screws out, and it'll just be ready to open. That way I don't have to fight with getting it right. Then I'll cap out the top. So this is going to be a cool little shoe rack. So now I left a little gap here for the door to open and close. These two are stationary, they don't move. This part will swing out like this. Now I have a latch here. I've got to go in here and build some framing now on the back side of the door. And then once it's in place, hinges are done, I'll fling it open. And that'll be good. Then we got to do the top and the shelves, and this project's done. Alright guys, there's the finished little product of the shoe rack. I just got a little latch on here just to keep the wind from blowing the door open. So everything looks good. Got shoes in there now, loaded up water boots. So I didn't put it back on it, I just got it set up against the house. I did space the top just a little bit so that everything can breathe. Water's not going to come under here and into there, and if it does, it's not going to be enough to get them soaked on the inside. I just kind of used what pieces I had left over from cut-offs and stuff to build the shelves out of. I mean, it ain't perfect, but it looks really nice, and it's going to do good. Now, the hinges were a little interesting. I wish I would have did the hinges a different way, but that's all I had. I just bolted them in and got them sandwiched in between the 2x4 that runs through there, like that. Now, I missed a hole a couple times. Just because I didn't have these hinges, I had to pull the board back off, and the screws wouldn't go in the same spot. But for what I've got in it, let's see, it was going to be, let's see here, it was 4, maybe 5 or 6 2x4s, and then one, I think it was like 16 fence pickets. So, I mean, you're only looking at less than $50 to build this, and it's all treated lumber, so it can sit outside, and it's very sturdy. It ain't going nowhere. Let me show y'all how I connected the front 2x4 frame to the back. I spaced them with just a cut off piece of 2x6 I had laying around. See that? So it's a 2x4, 2x6, 2x4. And I just toe-nailed them in on a good angle. And I only did that at the top and then down to the bottom on each side. So that's my little outdoor shoe rack. I hope y'all enjoyed the little video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep you crazy videos or something coming. Hope everybody has a good evening.